Hello everyone. I know by now you'll be wondering, why did I say cholesterol is good for you? Because it's an unpopular saying. Generally, people will tell you to limit your cholesterol intake. But I want you to stay tuned to the end of this video and to understand which cholesterol is good for you and why did I say that. Okay, let's continue. Cholesterol, we all know, it's a waxy fatty substance. And this what is fatty substance carried in the bloodstream as a spherical, in a spherical shape called the lipoproteins. And there are two basic types of these lipoproteins. We have the low density lipoprotein, which is the LDL, and the high density lipoprotein, which is called the HDL. The LDL is the bad cholesterol because it causes plaques. Plaque is like a clump of fatty tissues. So it causes a plaque in the heart, or we call plaque or arteriosclerosis, and this can cause stroke, myocardial infarction, and other heart conditions like cardiac arrest and others. Why the good cholesterol is the HDL, and this one helps to remove excess cholesterol from the heart. Okay, you might ask, where is cholesterol produced? Cholesterol is produced in the liver. We also get cholesterol from the food that we eat. And when cholesterol is produced in the liver, it converts to bile, which is BILE, and is moved down to the small intestine. The bile will help to digest fats, and others will now move down to the large intestine, to the rectum, and can be defecated or passed at feces. While the good ones or the other ones will be reabsorbed into the bloodstream and goes back to the liver, and then the whole circulation continues. So cholesterol, which is the HDL, is very good because it helps in production of vitamin D. You might wonder how. On the skin, we have what is called a precursor of cholesterol. And so the precursor of cholesterol on the skin, when the ultraviolet rays from the sunlight touches on the skin, it helps to convert it to vitamin D3. Cholesterol is also necessary in production of hormones. Hormones in the female like estrogen, progesterone, or even the testosterone in the male. Cholesterol is also necessary for production of production of the cell membrane. And what are cell membrane? For instance, this is our skin. In the skin we have the outer layer and the inner layer. The outer layer is the one we are seeing. So the cell membrane is a semi-permeable lipid. It's a fatty membrane. It's a semi-permeable lipid that helps to protect cells inside, just like this skin. There are structures that we cannot see with our physical eyes. There are the inner layer. We cannot see the inner layer of the skin, but we're seeing the outer layer. So it kind of helps protect what enters in. That's why it helps to protect that bacteria and viruses and other organisms doesn't go inside the inner layer of the skin. So that's the work of a cell membrane. So we know that cholesterol helps in the production of vitamin D, hormones, and cell membrane. Okay, what are the good sources of cholesterol? And when I mean good sources of cholesterol, I mean good sources of HDL. Food that are high in unsaturated fats are the good sources of HDL. We have olive oil, that are good source of HDL. We have avocado. People wonder, I was like, oh no, avocado is not good for you, it's not good for you. No, avocado has a high content of monounsaturated fats, which helps to improve the level of HDL. Apple is necessary as well because apple has polyphenol, which is an antioxidant, also helping to boost the HDL. What of fishes? Yes, oil fishes are very good. The salmon, the mackerel, the herring, they are also good sources of HDL. Apples, I mentioned before. Oatmeal. If you go to the supermarket or the shops to buy oatmeal, you can see it's good for the heart. Contains low cholesterol level. Contains the good HDL as well. So oatmeal is very good for you as well. And try to avoid or limit full cream milk because they have the fatty content, and go for the skim milk or semi-skim milk. If you want to take your cheese, you can go for the matured cheese as well. These are food that are good for your heart. But for the low density lipoprotein, the LDL, food that are highly saturated, that has high content of saturated fats, is bad for you. Such food like, when you eat take other flours like, sunflower, some palm oil, excessive of them, and you take also, you know, fried foods, those fatty foods, and the food that you buy from the the fatty shops, the fatty foods, the eateries and the rest. These are food that are bad for you, that have LDL content, that are high in LDL. These food are not good for your heart. And so, what are the causes that could cause somebody, apart from the meal, there are other factors, risk factors that can cause someone to have high bad cholesterol or high LDL and low HDL, like someone that is already obese, having sedentary lifestyle, not engaging in more exercises like aerobic exercises as well. And it could also be age factor or family factor. Maybe someone has already had heart condition in the family as well, or smoking. People that do smoke, yeah, it's also because smoking causes vasoconstriction as well in the heart, and there will not be enough blood flow. So these are conditions that could make someone to have high cholesterol level and could invariably cause heart condition as well for the person. So when you go to the hospital, the doctor will now have to measure your cholesterol level, or blood will be taken in the hospital. And there are other types of cholesterol, like the triglycerides. Those ones are also not good for you. The HDL is a good cholesterol. So there are also total cholesterol level. The total cholesterol level shouldn't be above 200 milligram per deciliter, while the LDL should be below 70 milligram per deciliter, while the HDL should be above 50 milligram per deciliter. So, although sometimes consideration of the age, the if the person is obese, age or family history can be taken into consideration. Those factors can be taken into consideration. There are also medications that will help to reduce the cholesterol level, but the doctors will have to prescribe that. But there are also lifestyle you need to engage in to minimize this bad cholesterol, to reduce this bad cholesterol, like engaging in more aerobic exercises. As I say, dieting is very good. The Mediterranean diet is a very healthy diet. It's a very healthy diet. Lifestyle, as I mentioned, quitting smoking or reducing your smoking. Alcohol, if you're an excessive alcohol intake, reduce it. These are factors that could make someone to achieve achieve high HDL and low LDL. Okay, so I hope by now you have understood why I said cholesterol is good for you, and you have known that HDL is the good cholesterol that is good for you. Attached to this my video will be a link to differentiate the good and the bad cholesterol, and also food sources of good cholesterol. Thank you.